Thank you so much for joining us in celebrating Tero International's 30th anniversary. I'm Amy Doyle, and I'm the COO here at Tero. I'm joined today by Ro Crosby, our founder and CEO, and Allison Hyder, our Director of Learning. You're probably wondering what we are doing in here when there's a great party going on outside. We are so thrilled to be celebrating with all of our friends, clients, and participants here in West Des Moines, but we know that many of our community cannot join us today, and we wanted to make sure that we could include you and acknowledge how important you are to us. Tero's success over 30 years has been predicated on having thousands of clients from all around the world, from more than 40 countries. We wanted everybody to have an opportunity, whether it's through this live stream or finding us later on YouTube, to be a part of our celebration today. Ro, Allison, and I are going to take just a few minutes, talk us through where Tero came from, what we do today, and where we see ourselves in the next 30 years. Ro, do you want to start us off? Take us back to the very beginning. How did Tero start?
Thank you for asking. 30 years ago, oh my goodness, it's hard to believe that much time has passed, that there are members of the Tero team that were not born when Tero was born. So it's definitely been a long time. It started spare bedroom in my house, my farmhouse near Earlham, Iowa. $200 was what the bank required to open a business checking account. So that was the initial capital. And an idea. And my belief was that the interpersonal skills, the communication skills, were so important that employers would invest in the development of people. And so I invented a program called Impact, How to Speak Your Way to Success, which is still our flagship program. Back then, research said 85% of professional success was related to your interpersonal skills. So said another way, most people that fail at work don't fail because of a lack of technical ability. It's the inability to relate well to others. That is still true 30 years later. But some things have changed, and so an occasion like this is fun because you get to reflect back. I don't know how many people are watching this or are in our learning center right now that remember 35mm slides and carousels, but Impact, I used to haul around a slide carousel. We also used overhead projectors with acetates. People would make their visual aids on transparencies. The VHS camcorder was your carry-on luggage when you got on an airplane. So a lot of things have changed. We've been through 3 recessions. We've been through a global pandemic. And yet here we are celebrating a real milestone.
So much growth, all of it stemming just from one program, from Impact. Today we're much bigger. Allison, can you walk us through just an overview? What does all this Tero offer?
Sure, certainly. Thank you, Amy. Well, we continue to offer Impact. As Rose said, Impact, How to Speak Your Way to Success is our flagship program. Clients still come to us for that, but also a variety of other things. Some clients come to us just for standalone workshops, a variety of topics, influence, change management. Many of you, some of you out there probably have taken business etiquette, dining tutorial, that's always fun. And some clients prefer longer learning experiences, so our leadership academies that offer a variety of series of workshops, different development assessments as well. We even have some clients who prefer virtual setting, so we do some virtual training here as well. And some clients say, how do I reach hundreds of people all at the same time? We offer those keynotes, or how do I offer a one-on-one learning experience for just one of my leaders? And we have our executive coaching program as well. And some of you out there may not know this, and this is a little bit featured in this right now, but we also have video production. We have a full video production studio that clients can rent out, as well as just facility space in general. So lots to Tero that not everybody may know.
So many opportunities. It's one of the best things about Tero. But I think that one thing that's always been true is their consistency and quality. How does that unique learning experience really resonate, even today, unchanged through the decades, Allison?
Well, we continue to hear the same things that clients and learners value in our programs. It goes back to Rose's idea 30 years ago. The learning experience is research-based. It's none of our opinions. It is based in research, but it's also accessible. It's not boring, which is important to us. We make sure all of our sessions are highly interactive. We pull people out of their comfort zones, but make it a safe environment, a fun environment. We do that through small class sizes, having highly certified facilitators, and we ensure that everything they learn is instantly applicable, practical for the real world, what they actually do in their careers. And as you said, Amy, we focus on the learner, the client experience above all else. And so we continue to hear that that's why people come back to us.
Absolutely. I think, what really drew me to Tero and what is true for so many of our clients is, we don't believe in just this is good to know. We really want people to walk away from our experiences with great to use skills. So,
Absolutely.
Ro, as we were talking a little bit about looking back, what are those major milestones that just jump out at you?
There's tons of them. Over the course of 30 years, a lot of milestones. I think they fall in three categories, and Allison just highlighted probably the most important ones, which are how is the learning evolved and how are the products evolving to serve our clients. I think also about just the business growth. So from a spare bedroom in a farmhouse to our very first office where we were standalone, we were in shared space for a while, was a beautiful little office building in the Three Fountains Office Park in West Des Moines on Westtown Parkway. That was in 2000. The space we're in right now, we moved into 2005, and we were the first tenant in the space, so we actually built out the Learning Center. Interesting story about a female business owner trying to get capital to do that. That's a story for another day.
Sure.
And then in 2010, we expanded and went upstairs to the second floor, pointing because we're not in our video production studio, we're in our learning center on the main floor. And then in 2018, we expanded again and added that magnificent video production studio. And I guess the third area that I think about for milestones is the team. So I started the business solo, didn't like working alone, so I named my two house cats vice presidents. Very, very high functioning team. I am delighted to say we've got a more productive team 30 years later. So there's 26 professionals on our team, many of them here helping us celebrate together today. And they're all either involved directly in the learning function or in functions that support how we serve our clients.
Tero's growth has been truly impressive. I think that it's always been impressive too because it's always been predicated on the same thing. What do our clients want and need? Allison, talk to us a little bit about what emerging trends you see with our clients today.
Well, Amy, I think the clearest emerging trend is the move to remote, hybrid, this whole virtual world that all of us were thrown into back in 2020. And Tero had to face, okay, how do we take interpersonal skills and move them into the remote hybrid world that we were in along with our clients? And so we were able to pivot and move to offer some of our sessions virtually. We still do that through our 90-minute virtual clinics. But I think the biggest takeaway for us through that time was in a world when so many people were alone in an office in their home, only connecting via a screen, the interpersonal skills were more important than ever. When we're heads down in technology, the ability that we train to have a conversation is even more vital than 30 years ago.
Indeed it is.
I mean, I couldn't agree more, and I think most of our clients would as well. The more connected we are virtually, the more important those in-personal. How do we get along once we're in real life? Those skills really become even more prominent. Ro, knowing that this has been a trend for a little while now, how do you see that reflected in the changing of the culture of learning in general?
I absolutely love the question about culture, and there's a culture of learning and then just organizational culture and broader societal cultures. In 1993, it was common for people to come to Tero workshops a little defensive and feeling like it was punitive. They were being sent to training, and actually it kind of was. So in 1993, if your manager sent you to class, they might have been trying to fix you. That has shifted. And if you think about the last couple of generations that are entering the workforce, they consider professional development to be part of their compensation. They are looking to their leaders for development. And I think that's reflected in the organizational culture and structure. Back in '93, the training function was part of HR, some kind of sideline of HR that at the time wasn't even human resources. In many companies, it was still a personnel department. The the learning function, the training function now is, there are chief learning officers. It is a mature business function with a seat at executive tables. And so it's been wonderful to see that transition and be a part of it over these 30 years.
Yeah.
It's such a transformation. Can I build on that, Ro?
Of course.
I want to highlight one of the clearest things that I feel like we have seen from our clients as this learning culture has evolved, which is our clients' desire for leadership academies, which I think you both would agree is some of the most transformative work that we offer. And we continue to hear this through clients. So for those of you who don't know, I know many of you out there are probably graduates of a Tero Leadership Academy, but these are months, if not a year, of workshops that leaders go through. And it begs the question, why are our clients continuing to pull so many of their top leaders off the job for hours each month? And they continue to say because they see the results. They hear it from the participants that they truly feel like they are a transformed leader. At the end of the Leadership Academy, they enjoy the cohort of peers that they bond with throughout the experience. They feel like they have accountability to the skills, to their leadership. And also, we measure the qualitative, quantitative data. And so clients say, the proof is there. We see the return on investment, and we have Leadership Academies booked out to 2025. So I would say that's a trend that's staying with us.
Exactly.
Yeah. And you know, it's true. It's the foundation of Tero, but it's the truth that any good leader knows. Investing in your people is going to give you the highest ROI that you can ask for. We need to get back to this party. But we truly thank you so much for joining us. It's been a privilege to be a part of Tero, and we're so excited to see the next 30 years. Ro, can you just wrap us up?
I would be delighted to. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, Allison. So I'd like to close our time together here with mentioning a few groups. When we have the occasion to celebrate something like a 30th anniversary, that's an opportunity to reflect. And a lot of us are doing that, and I have to say we're receiving a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades, and a lot of it, quite frankly, is directed at me, and I'm grateful for it. But it's important to acknowledge that while it's true there wouldn't be a Tero if it wasn't for Ro, the Tero that we're celebrating today would not exist if it was only Ro. So the first group I'd like to honor and acknowledge is my colleagues, several in the room with me, some on camera, some not. All of the members of the Tero team, present and past, who have contributed to what has become really a remarkable organization. So proud of them. The second group I'd like to acknowledge is our graduates, those that are vulnerable. We throw them out of their comfort zones in these learning experiences, and they come to us to learn and to grow. One of our favorite analogies about leadership is a gardener. We like to compare the role of a leader to a gardener, and you can prepare the ground, you can have a good plan, have the correct plants, take care of them over the growing season. And when you do that, you get to enjoy a beautiful garden. And we always ask people, is it accurate to say that the gardener is responsible for the growth? And of course it isn't. The gardener created the conditions that allowed for the growth to be possible. The plants did the growing. And leadership is like that. And we have no illusions about what we do here at Tero. We take our jobs very seriously of creating learning environments where people can learn and grow. But it's the participants that do the learning and the growing. We're so proud of them and so excited to share this celebration with them, and thank all of you for being with us. And finally, and perhaps most importantly, I want to say thank you to the clients that we serve. Organizations can invest in their future in a number of ways, and the clients that Tero gets to serve have chosen to invest in the development of their people. And we are so proud to be a part of helping your organizations grow, and we thank you very sincerely from all of us at Tero for allowing us to serve you in this way. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you for 30 terrific years.